No one is coming to save the old you. You have to build a new one.
The room is empty. The weights are waiting, the mission is clear. Another day to fight the person who wants to stay comfortable. I know that voice. The one that says, take it easy, skip today, you can start later. That voice created the distance between who I was and who I wanted to become. So I stopped listening, I stopped looking for shortcuts, I stopped waiting for the perfect moment. Because the perfect moment is created by action. I was built in the moments nobody saw. In the battles nobody knew I fought. Every drop of sweat was a sacrifice. Every repetition was a promise. I don't need a crowd. I don't need approval. I know what I'm building, and I won't stop until I become it. The first days. The first days. The first days. Yeah. The first days were different, the weight felt impossible, the progress felt invisible, the road felt longer than expected, but I learned something. The great things are built quietly. The strongest trees don't grow overnight. The strongest minds don't appear without struggle. Every difficult day was shaping me. Every failure was teaching me. Every setback was preparing me. The pain is the process. The process. The process creates the person. Look at the hands that hold the weight. Wait. Look at the hands that hold the weight. Look at the hands that hold the weight. They remember the sacrifice, the early alarms, the missed distractions, the nights when quitting sounded reasonable. But something stronger remained, the desire to evolve. Because comfort feels good today, but regret lasts forever. I don't train for one day. I train for every day after. For the confidence, for the discipline, for the control over myself. The body is only the evidence. The real transformation happens inside. A stronger mind creates a stronger life. I was built in the moments nobody saw. In the battles nobody knew I fought. Every drop of sweat was a sacrifice. Every repetition was a promise. I don't need a crowd. I don't need approval. I know what I'm building, and I won't stop until I become it.
The hardest person to defeat is the one who refuses to quit. You have two choices.
Become a prisoner of your excuses, or become the author of your future. Every morning, every morning, every morning, life asks the same question. Who are you becoming? Not tomorrow, not next month. Today your habits answer, your discipline answers, your actions answer. Words are forgotten, promises fade, but every decision leaves a mark. I stopped chasing motivation because motivation has an expiration date. Some days it's loud, some days it's gone. That's why I learned to depend on standards, not emotions to move, whether I feel inspired or completely exhausted. Because the mission doesn't care how I feel, it only responds to what I do. No more waiting, no more hiding. I'm done negotiating with the life I don't want. One more step, one more round. Every sacrifice is another brick in the future I'm building. 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 People think confidence comes before action, they're wrong. Confidence is earned, every promise you keep to yourself adds another layer. Every difficult decision becomes another reason to trust yourself. That's why I don't count victories, I count commitments. The mornings I showed up, the nights I stayed focused. The moments I could have quit, but didn't. Those moments changed everything, because success is rarely one big decision. It's thousands of small victories stacked together.
Your future isn't waiting, it's watching.
There will always be people who underestimate you, let them. There will always be voices telling you to slow down, ignore them. The only opinion that matters is the one waiting for you in the mirror. Can you look yourself in the eyes and honestly say, I gave everything today? If the answer is yes, sleep in peace. If the answer is no, tomorrow is another opportunity to earn your respect, not the world you own. No more waiting, no more hiding. I'm done negotiating with the life I don't want. One more step up, one more round. Every sacrifice is another brick in the future I'm building. 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 Years from now, people will think you were born confident. They'll think discipline came naturally. They'll think success happened quickly. They'll never know about the invisible victories, the moments you stayed consistent without applause, the days you kept believing without evidence, the nights you refused to surrender to your own doubts. That's the story they'll never hear, but you'll remember, because that's the story that made you. Don't chase a better life. Become the person who creates one. Nobody's watching. Good.
This was never about them.
This was never about them. Yeah. The lights turn on, the gym is empty, the world is still sleeping, but I'm already there. Hands on the bar, heart full of doubt, mind full of reasons to quit. I've heard every excuse before.
I'm too tired.
I'll start tomorrow. I'm not built for this. That voice tried to control me for years, until I realized something. The same mind that created my limits can create my comeback, so I step forward. One repetition at a time, one sacrifice at a time, one promise kept at a time. I don't need easy, I don't need comfort, I need the challenge, I need the struggle. Cause every time I break, I rebuild stronger. Every time I fall, I return different.
I am not chasing the body, I am building a weapon called discipline.
The mirror shows the truth. It doesn't care about excuses, it doesn't care about intentions. It only shows the results of the choices I made. Every missed workout, every lazy decision, every moment I chose comfort, they all left a mark, but so did the comeback. The early mornings, the painful sets, the days my body begged for rest. Those left marks too, and those marks are the ones I keep. Comfort creates weakness. Resistance creates strength. There is a war. There is a war.
There is a war inside every person. The version that wants greatness, and the version that wants to stay safe.
Every day they meet, every workout decides the winner. The stronger version is not born overnight. It is created through repetition, through pain, through patience, through discipline. When motivation disappears, remember the first day, the week lives, the short breath, the doubt in your own eyes. Now look again, the waiting increased, the body changed, the mind became harder. Not because life became easier,
because you became stronger.
I don't need easy, I don't need comfort. I need the challenge, I need the struggle. Every scar is proof, every rep is a statement. I am not the person I was yesterday. And tomorrow, I will be even harder to stop. The gym doesn't create champions.
It reveals who is willing to become one.
The strongest version of you is waiting on the other side of one more decision.
Everyone talks about success, almost nobody talks about the price. The mornings when your body says rest, but your purpose says move. The nights when nobody believes in you, so you become your own reason. That's where everything changes. Not when life gets easier. When your standards get higher, I stopped asking, what if I fail? And started asking, what if I never find out what I'm capable of? That question changed everything, because regret weighs more than effort ever will. I don't stop, I don't break. Every obstacle is another lesson. I stand tall, I stay ready. Nothing will steal the future I'm earning. I don't stop.
Some days you'll feel unstoppable, other days you feel empty. Show up anyway, because discipline doesn't depend on emotion, it depends on identity. When you decide who you are,
Your actions begin to follow. You're no longer trying to be consistent. You become a consistent person. You're no longer trying to be strong. You become someone who refuses to stay weak. That's the shift, not outside, inside.
your habits are writing your future, one day at a time.
The mirror never lies, it reflects every choice, every excuse, every sacrifice, every promise kept. That's why I stopped competing with everyone else. Someone will always run faster, lift heavier, start earlier, but nobody can live my life, nobody can build my future. That responsibility belongs to me, and I'm done
Giving it away.
I don't stop, I don't break. Every obstacle is another lesson. I stand tall, I stay ready. Nothing will steal the future I'm earning. I don't stop.
Years from now I won't remember how heavy the weight was. I remember who I became because I carried it. I remember the discipline that replaced excuses, the confidence that replaced fear, the action that replaced doubt. Because the greatest reward was never the destination, it was becoming the kind of person who never needed an easy road to keep moving forward.
Build the habits, trust the process, earn your future.
Nobody sees the war inside your mind, but everybody sees the person it creates.
Before the sunrise,
the room is quiet, the excuses are loud. Your body wants another hour, your dreams want another move, so you stand up. Not because it's easy, not because because you feel ready. You stand up because the person you want to become is built by the choices you make today. The gym doors open, the weights are waiting. No judgment, no sympathy, only the truth. What you put in is what comes back. I was not born unstoppable. I became impossible to break. Through every failure, through every setback, through every moment I wanted to escape. I built this, not with excuses, not with comfort, with discipline, with sacrifice.
With another repetition. Nobody sees the meal you prepare when fast food was easier. Nobody sees the workout you finish when your body wanted rest. Nobody sees the night you stay focused while everyone else look for distractions. But you know, you remember every sacrifice, and that's why you keep going. Because a promise to yourself is the only promise you cannot afford to break.
But it's temporary. Pride lasts forever. But it's temporary. Pride lasts forever.
The bar gets heavier, the road gets harder.
Good,
that's where growth lives.
Anyone can be strong when everything goes their way, but the real test comes when the results are slow, when nobody notices, when nobody believes. That's when you prove who you really are. I don't need permission to improve. I don't need approval to evolve. Every day I enter this room, I leave something behind. Fear, weakness, doubt, and I take something with me. Confidence, discipline, control. The person in the mirror changes because I refuse to stay the same. I was not born unstoppable. I became impossible to break. Through every failure, through every setback, through every moment I wanted to escape. I built this, not with excuses, not with comfort, with discipline, with sacrifice.
With another repetition.
The strongest version of yourself
is created on the days you almost quit.
Wake up! Nobody's coming. Nobody's carrying your weight. This is your fight. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. The alarm hits of the battle begins. Eyes half closed, but the mission is clear. The world is sleeping while I build the person I promised myself I would become. Cold mornings, heavy sessions, empty streets. Nobody saw the first day, nobody saw the weak virgin, nobody saw the doubt screaming louder than the dream. But I showed up anyway. Every rep was a message, every set was a declaration. I'm not here to be average, I am not here to stay comfortable. I came here to rebuild myself. I was made for the struggle, I was built for the pressure. Every scar is proof, every failure was a lesson. The weight goes up, the excuses go down. I don't need luck, I don't need approval. I need discipline, I need focus. I need one more rap. Yeah, the mirror shows everything. The victories, the mistakes, the days I almost quit. It remembers every promise I broke. Every morning I chose comfort, but it also remembers the comeback. The day I stopped negotiating with weakness. The day I understood nobody was gonna build this body for me. Nobody was gonna chase this dream for me. Nobody was gonna fight these battles for me. So I grabbed the weight and I became responsible for my future.
discipline is the answer. Pain is a teacher. Pain is a pain.
There is a version of me waiting ahead,
Stronger.
sharper, more dangerous.
He doesn't make it, he doesn't make it.
Confuses, he doesn't run from difficulty. He doesn't break when things get hard. He was created by every difficult moment. I survived every lonely workout, every meal prepared when nobody cared, every sacrifice made when nobody noticed. That version wasn't gifted, he was earned. I remember when the way felt impossible, when the numbers on the bar looked too heavy, when my body begged me to stop. But I learned something important, and the body screams before it adapts. The mind quits before it grows. The limit is usually a lie created by fear. So I attack the weakness, I attack the doubt, I attack the old version of myself.
I was made for the struggle, I was built for the pressure. Every scar is proof, every failure was a lesson. The weight goes up, the excuses go down.
No shortcuts, no easy way. I don't chase motivation, I create discipline.
The strongest people aren't born different. They decide to become different.
No one heard the first scream. No one saw the first sacrifice.
They will only see the final result.
Another morning, another battle, another chance to destroy the old version of myself. The alarm rings, the body feels heavy, the mind starts creating reasons to stop.
But I've been here before.
I've listened to that voice, I believe those excuses. I've wasted enough time waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment never came, so I created one. I walked into the gym with nothing to prove except to myself. Every plate loaded is a promise, every repetition is a reminder.
I'm still becoming.
This is where I change, this is where I rise. Not when people are watching, but when nobody cares. The sweat, the pain, the discipline, those are the things that build me. I don't chase comfort,
I chase evolution.
the weight tests everything. Your patience, your focus, your character. Anyone can train when they're motivated. Anyone can show up when it's easy. But what happens when the music stops? When the energy disappears? When the body starts negotiating? That's where the difference is created. Because winners aren't made by perfect days. They're made by the days they wanted to disappear but showed up anyway.
Discipline is the promise. Who keep when nobody is there. I remember being weaker. I remember being weaker, not just physically, mentally. Looking for motivation everywhere, but avoiding the one thing that mattered: consistency.
I wanted the results, but I didn't want the process until I learned the truth. The process is the reward. The early mornings, the hard sessions, the sacrifices. That's where the person is created.
Now every rep has meaning.
Now I'm not lifting metal, I'm lifting doubt, I'm lifting fear, I'm lifting every version of myself that tried to quit. The goal was never just a bigger body, the goal was becoming someone who could trust himself. This is where I change, this is where I rise. Now when people are watching, but when nobody cares. The sweat, the pain, the discipline, those are the things that build me. I don't chase comfort,
I chase evolution. One day they will ask, what was the secret? The answer will be simple. I kept showing up. Nobody hears the struggle until the results start making noise.
Nobody. The body hears the body. The body hears the struggle
until the results start making noise.
Before the world wakes up, I already faced my first opponent. My own mind, the voice that says stay comfortable. Skip today,
start again tomorrow.
I've known that voice for years. It kept me small, it kept me waiting, it kept me dreaming without moving. But today is different. I don't negotiate with weakness, I don't make deals with excuses. I walk through the door, I grab the weight and I remind myself
I came here to change.
This is the price of becoming. The sweat, the pain, the discipline.
Nobody can give you this.
Nobody can buy this. You earn it one day at a time. I am not chasing a perfect body. I am chasing the strength
to never go back. The iron doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about your past. It only respects effort.
Every plate has a story, every repetition has a reason. The weight on my shoulders is nothing compared to the weight of knowing I could have tried harder. So I push when the muscles burn. I remember why I started. When the mindset stopped, I remember who I want to become.
The difference between dreams and reality is what you do after motivation disappears. There were days nobody believed, days when progress was too slow, days when the mirror showed no difference, but growth was happening underground, like roots before a tree breaks through the ground. No, nobody sees the foundation.
They only see what stands tall. I built myself through repetition, not through one great day, through thousands of small decisions. Choosing the gym, choosing discipline, choosing the harder path, because the easy road creates comfort, the hard road creates character. And I would rather struggle becoming someone great than stay comfortable being someone I don't respect. This is the price of becoming. The sweat, the pain, the discipline.
Nobody can give you this.
Nobody can buy this.
You earn it one day at a time.
I am not chasing a perfect body. I am chasing the strength
to never go back.
The body changes slowly, but the mindset changes
forever. The world will never see the sacrifice, only the result of it.
The clock hits 5, the room is dark. The body wants more sleep, but the dream doesn't wait. I remember the old days when I talked more than I acted, when I planned more than I executed, when I wanted the reward without accepting the price. That person is gone, now I understand. Every goal has a cost, every victory has a battle, every transformation has a moment where you choose discomfort over excuses. So I show up, not because I feel ready,
because I made a promise.
I paid the price, I earned the change. Through the pain, through the doubt, through the days I felt empty. Nobody handed me strength, nobody gave me discipline. I built it rep by rep, day by day, choice by choice,
Choice by choice.
excuses, no pretending, just effort. The bar exposes everything, your focus, your patience, your character. And every time I lift it, I prove something to myself.
Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the fire. There is a future version of me waiting at the finish line. Stronger, more focused, more prepared. But he doesn't appear by accident. I create him through every early morning, through every difficult set, through every decision to continue. The body follows the habits, the mind follows the mission. And my mission is simple: become better than yesterday.
I don't need anyone to believe first. I believe first. I don't need anyone to believe first. I believe first. The same people who ignore the process will talk about the result. Let them talk. They weren't there when it was hard. They didn't feel the weight. They didn't fight the doubt. They didn't carry the dream. I did,
And I still do.
I paid the price. I earned the change. Through the pain, through the doubt, through the days I felt empty. Nobody handed me strength. Nobody gave me discipline. I built it rep by rep,
Day by day,
choice by choice.
choice by choice. The transformation begins the moment the excuses end. This is where excuses die and discipline is born. This is where excuses die and discipline is born. The alarm rings. The alarm rings, the battle begins. The alarm rings, the battle begins. No crowd, no cameras. No one waiting to congratulate me. Just me standing in front of the mirror, knowing exactly what needs to be done. I remember the days I felt stuck, the days I looked for motivation instead of building discipline. I wanted the result, but I avoided the process until I understood the truth. Nothing changes for someone who refuses to change. So I made a decision. No more excuses, no more delays, no more promises for tomorrow. Today is the day. I built this from the ground, from the pain, from the struggle. Every scar has a reason, every failure had a purpose. I didn't become stronger because life was easy. I became stronger because I refused to break. Because I refused to break. Weight is heavy.
Good, that's the point. Easy roads create comfort, hard roads create warriors. The last repetition is where I meet myself. The version that wants to quit and the version that wants greatness. Every set is a decision. Stay the same or evolve. The body screams, the lungs burn, the muscles shake, but the mind
Remembers the mission.
pain is temporary. Regret lasts longer. Pain is temporary. Regret lasts longer. Nobody saw the mornings I fought myself. Nobody saw the meals I prepared. Nobody saw the workouts I finished tired. Nobody saw the moments I chose discipline, but I saw. And that's why I respect this journey, because every small sacrifice was a vote for my future. Every repetition said,
I believe in myself.
I'm not trying to become better than everyone. I'm trying to become better than yesterday. The competition is not outside, it's inside. Against fear, against laziness, against a voice that says enough. I don't destroy my body, I build my character. The muscles are the evidence. became stronger because I refused to break. Because I refuse to break.
The hardest battles.
Create the strongest versions.
The weight doesn't know your excuses, only your effort. Another morning, another morning, another walk. Another morning, another war. The city is sleeping, but the mission is already alive. Shoes tied, hands ready, mind focused. I walk into the room carrying everything. Every doubt, every failure, every promise I made and almost broke. I don't run from my past, I use it. Because every mistake showed me what needed to change. Every failure showed me where I needed to grow. Today is not about proving something to others. Today is about proving something to myself.
I was forged by the struggle. I was shaped by the pain. Every time life pushed me down, I came back stronger again. No excuses, no shortcuts, no waiting for the right time. The right time is now.
This is my fight,
This is my climb.
the bar gets heavier. The bar gets heavier. The bar gets heavier.
The bar gets heavier, the breathing gets harder. The mind starts searching for an exit, but that's where the difference is created. Anyone can continue when it's easy. Anyone can believe when everything is working. But the real test begins when the body says stop, when the progress feels slow, when nobody notices. That's when I remember why I started. I didn't come here for comfort, I came here for transformation.
Pressure creates diamonds. Discipline creates legends. Discipline. Discipline.
I remember the person I used to be, the one who doubted, the one who waited, the one who searched for motivation. I respect that person.
Because he started the journey, but he doesn't control the future. Now I choose discipline, I choose consistency, I choose the difficult road. Because easy choices create ordinary results.
Every set is a conversation between who I am and who I want to become. The weight asks a question:
How bad do you want it?
and every repetition is my answer. I wanted more than comfort, more than excuses, more than my old habits. I want the future I imagine. I was forged by the struggle. I was shaped by the pain. Every time life pushed me down, I came back stronger again. No excuses, no shortcuts, no waiting for the right time. The right time is now.
This is my fight,
This is my climb.
the weight, the weight tests the body.
But discipline builds the soul.
The pain you avoid today becomes the weakness you carry tomorrow. The room is cold. The room is cold. The room is cold. The bar is heavy. The silence is loud. No one is here to save me. No one is here to push me. Only the reflection in the mirror and the promise I made. I remember every time I gave up too early. Every goal I abandoned every moment I chose comfort over growth. That version of me had enough chances. Today I came back for everything I left behind. One more plate, one more set, one more step away from weakness. I don't run from pain, I use it. I don't fear the struggle, I become it. Every scar on my body is a chapter of my discipline. Every drop of sweat is proof that I refuse to stay the same. I am built by what I survive.
The weight doesn't care about excuses, the clock doesn't stop for anyone. The world keeps moving while people wait for the perfect moment, but greatness doesn't arrive tomorrow. It is created today, in the last repetition, in the final set. In the moment your mind screams enough, and you answer with another rep. That's where champions separate themselves, not by talent, by refusing to quit. The body follows the mind, the mind follows the mission.
They remember every battle fought in silence. Nobody saw the preparation. Nobody saw the sacrifices. Nobody saw the nights choosing discipline when comfort was right there waiting. But I saw,
And that's enough.
I am not competing with strangers. I am fighting the person I was yesterday. The one who doubted, the one who delayed, the one who accepted less. That person built the foundation. But this version
Finishes the mission.
I don't run from pain, I use it. I don't fear the struggle, I become it. Every scar on my body is a chapter of my discipline. Every drop of sweat is proof that I refuse to stay the same. I am built by what I survive.
The weight doesn't get lighter.
You become stronger.
Nobody is coming to save you. That's why you built yourself. Nobody is coming to save you. That's why you built yourself. The gym lights turn on before the city wakes. Empty floor, cold steel, no mistakes. 1,000 faces walk past the mirror, but only one decides who gets better. The weight doesn't know your name. The bar doesn't care about your story. It doesn't care about yesterday's failures or tomorrow's excuses. It only asks one question: are you ready to fight for it? I was built when nobody believed. I was forged when nobody could see. Every drop of sweat became a memory. Every sacrifice became a part of me. I don't need applause. I don't need permission. I became the answer to my own ambition. There were days my body felt empty, days my mind searched for a reason. The
bed felt comfortable. The excuses sounded logical, but comfort never created greatness. So I stood up again, because champions aren't created on the days everything feels perfect. They're created on the mornings when quitting feels like the easiest option.
Motivation fades.
Discipline remains.
Motivation fades.
Discipline remains. Look at the person you used to be, the one who doubted, the one who waited, the one who needed approval. That person built a foundation, but this version takes control. Every repetition is a promise. Every set is a statement. I am not here to impress strangers. I am here to destroy my own limits. I was built when nobody believed. I was forged when nobody could see. Every drop of sweat became a memory. Every sacrifice became a part of me.
No shortcuts, no excuses.
The only competition is the person I was yesterday. The weight doesn't break you. It reveals who you are. Pain clocks in. Let's just clock out last. Pain clocks in. Pain clocks in. Legends clock out last. Bar still cold, hands full of chalk, 45 plates staring back like questions. Every scar remembers a different morning. Every rap writes another sentence. No cameras, no trophies, just iron indecisions. Some people lift weight, I lift everything they said I couldn't become. One more set, one more breath, one more war inside my head. Muscle grows, fear dies. Discipline never needs applause. When the body says stop, the mind answers not today. The mirror never lies. Not today. The mirror never lies. The mirror never lies. It remembers skip mornings, missed meals, late nights. You can fake confidence, you can't fake progress. Every drop of sweat is rent paid to the future. Habit, heavy consequences. Heavy consequences. Heavy. The room gets quiet. Only breathing, only iron. Only focus. The bar bends, not the will. Pain is temporary. The standard is permanent. I didn't come here to count raps. I came here to build someone unrecognizable. One more set, one more breath, one more war inside my head. No excuses, no shortcuts, no mercy for yesterday. Every workout leaves a choice: quit or become harder to kill. You just become the one who can carry it. The body has limits.
The mind decides when they break.
sunrise hits the city. I'm already fighting a war nobody knows about. No crowd watching, no cameras recording, no one waiting to celebrate. Just me, the weight, and the promise I made. I remember the days I felt behind, watching others move forward while I stood still, thinking about change, but never making the sacrifice. That version of me had to disappear, because dreams don't respect comfort, goals don't respond to excuses. The future only belongs to the ones willing to build it. I came from nothing but a vision. I turned pain into ambition. Every rap, every scar, every drop of sweat. There's another piece of the person I refuse to stop becoming. I don't train because it's easy. I train because I was tired of being weak.
The weight doesn't care about my mood. The bar doesn't care about my problems. It doesn't care if yesterday was difficult. It doesn't care if nobody believes. It only responds to effort. So I learned to show up tired, show up frustrated, show up when motivation disappeared. Because champions aren't created when everything feels right. They're created in the moments where quitting feels reasonable.
Excuses are heavy, but discipline makes you stronger.
Shortcuts, I searched for consistency, while others waited for motivation. I built discipline, cause motivation is a visitor,
but discipline lives here.
One more play, one more repetition, one more battle against myself. The old me is watching.
The person who almost quit, the person who made excuses,
the person who doubted the dream. I don't hate that person.
That person built the foundation, but now it's time for something stronger.
I came from nothing but a vision. I turned pain into ambition. Every rap, every scar, every drop of sweat is another piece of the person I refuse to stop becoming. No fear, no excuses, no surrender.
The mission continues. The weight doesn't defeat you. The weight doesn't. The weight doesn't. The weight doesn't defeat you. It introduces you to the person you were meant to become.
The weight is not your enemy. It's the test that reveals who you are. Another day, another battle, another chance to prove myself. The room is quiet, but my mind is screaming. Memories of every failure, every promise I didn't keep. Every time I chose comfort over progress, I carry all of it with me. Not as a burden, as fuel. The person I wanna become is built by every decision I make today. So I grab the bar, I control my breathing, and I begin. One repetition, one challenge, one victory at a time. I don't break under pressure, I become stronger from it. Every setback gave me power, every struggle gave me purpose. The pain is temporary, the discipline remains. I am not waiting for a change,
I'm creating it.
Nobody saw the mornings I wanted to stay home. Nobody saw the battles inside my head. They only see the final picture. They don't see the empty gym, the tired body, the sacrifices made in silence. They don't see the meals prepared when nobody cared. They don't see the hours invested when there was no reward. But I saw, and that's why I keep going. forward because I know what it took to become this person.
Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you want to become.
The mirror is not my enemy. It shows the truth, the weak habits, the unfinished goals, the potential I haven't reached yet. But it also shows the progress.
The stronger body, the sharper mind, the person who refused to quit. Every scar tells a story, every muscle carries a memory. Every transformation starts with a decision. I don't train because I hate myself. I train because I respect my future. I respect the person I can become. The one who wakes up disciplined, the one who keeps promises, the one who finishes what he starts. The goal was never just strength. The goal was becoming someone I can be proud of. I don't break under pressure. I become stronger from it. Every setback gave me power. Every struggle gave me purpose. But the pain is temporary. The discipline remains. I am not waiting for change.
I am creating it. The hardest battles create the strongest versions of ourselves.
You can stay where you are, or you can become. Someone your past would never recognize.
I stopped counting days, I started counting decisions because days disappear, decisions stay. Every choice becomes another piece of the person you're building. I learned that potential means nothing without execution. Talent means nothing without discipline. Dreams mean nothing if they never leave your mind. So I made peace with being uncomfortable. I accepted that growth was never supposed to feel easy. Pressure wasn't my enemy, comfort was, because comfort never changed my life. It only delayed it. I'm all in, no second guessing. Every move I make is shaping my future. I won't fold, I won't fade. The fire inside me burns stronger every day. I'm all in.
No second guessing. No second guessing. No second guessing. No second.
Most people quit quietly, not in one moment. Little by little, one excuse today, another tomorrow. A promise postponed, a goal forgotten. That's how dreams disappear, not through failure, through neglect. I refuse to let that happen. If I say I'm going to change, then I change. If I make a promise, I keep it, because self-respect is built the same way. It's destroyed one decision at a time.
The future doesn't reward intentions. It rewards action.
There were moments I had every reason to slow down. Life became heavy, the pressure increased, nothing seemed to happen. But I kept showing up, not because it was easy, because I knew the version of me I was building would thank me later. Some investments don't pay today, they pay years from now. Strength is one of them, character is one of them, discipline is one of them. I'm all in, no second guessing. Every move I make is shaping my future. I won't fold, I won't fade. The fire inside me burns stronger every day.
No second guessing. No second guessing. No second guessing. No second guessing.
One day, people will ask, what changed? They'll think it happened overnight. They'll never see
the ordinary days that built an extraordinary mindset. The mornings you chose action, the evenings you refused to quit. The silent victories that nobody applauded. Those moments became your foundation. Not luck, not talent, not perfect timing, just relentless commitment to becoming the person you promised yourself.
relentless. Your future is under construction.